for a rental business, you want to focus on local SEO or search engine optimization. I see a lot of people on our community groups and Facebook groups, and they're like posting these flyers and the groups. I'm like, bro, that's not going to get you hits, and like the right targeted customer. Because if I was a customer, you always have to empathize. Like, what would the customer think? Are they going to go on Facebook and type in rent a photo booth 360 or 360 photo booth? No, they're not going to go on Facebook for that. They're going to go to Google. 85% of people, I don't want to tell you this, but a lot of you guys fail because you forget about the marketing part.
Yeah.
And the website part. That's the probably most important factor in this business.
Well,
we're trying to change that number.
All right. How's it going, everybody? Episode 6 here. Again, myself is John. I'm here with
Ray
and Kim.
And today we got a very special guest, our very own Mark Lozada from RevoSpin, of course, our Vegas location. Mark, go ahead and introduce yourself really quick.
My name is Mark Lozada. I run the Vegas location. We do from there. We do all the financials. We do customer support. We do all the tech stuff, marketing, all the back end stuff that you guys don't see.
Awesome. Very, very special guest today. Finally getting a chance to be with us on this podcast. And, of course, first time you guys are seeing Kim here.
Yes.
So Kim's the other owner of RevoSpin. As us four right here are the owners of RevoSpin. And Kim's joining us in today and not being the IT today. So we got a special episode for you guys today. Where do we start? I mean, RevoSpin, right?
Yep.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, we started it in 2019. Right?
2020. January.
Right before the pandemic and all that. Yeah. I think 2019 we were already in talks about it, and then as the new year came in 2020, we revamped it ourselves into one big entity, which is MRKJ, our initials. That's the our incorporated name, and we from that we started RevoSpin.
Yes.
RevoSpin started with the idea of a 360 camera going around, specific subjects and people and giving that kind of different vibe as to your standard photo booth. So we had a lot of fun in inventing a few different of our models for the 360 industry, and we've been having fun since then. We've been lucky enough to have a bunch of customer supporters from the get-go, through the pandemic, through these last 2 years of just being able to provide different models, different style photo booths, different style 360 booths, and from the beginning, that's how it was.
Yeah,
pretty
much.
Now, really quickly, Ray, I know Ray met Mark way before we did. Ray, where did you guys meet?
Where did we meet? Oh, we met at Chino. The very first time it's our first year at Easy Photo Booths.
Right.
That's when I first encountered Mark. And from then, the rest is history.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't, like right away. We didn't became friends right away. We became acquaintance. I think it was a couple of meeting right after. So, and the relationship kind of just built on from that point.
Well, before that, I guess that's when you met Mark. Speaking of that, I mean, maybe tell the viewers out there how you got started in the photo booth industry.
Yeah.
Well, I got started in 2010, I believe, if I can remember. I think I met you around that time, 2011, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
I went to your office, and then I saw you again at a Quinceañera Expo. I was exhibiting there. And then we didn't get together again till probably 2015 or 16.
Yeah.
Right. But how I got started was my friend. He got a photo booth, and everybody kept on asking me because I was related to that friend, and they're like, "Hey, can you get this photo booth?" I'm like, "What is that?" So I said, "Hey, can I borrow this thing? Because my family is asking for it." So that's how I really got started in the business. I helped him build his website. I helped him do some of his marketing. And then I say, why don't you just build me one so I can get started in this business? And from there, it's been history. You know what I mean? I remember, advertising on Google, and I would be like one of two in the whole Southern California. And that back then it was really popping. We can get easily $1,000 for an event. So after that, I quit my job shortly, like 2 months later.
Wow.
I was working for Kaiser Permanente, yeah.
Wow. Dang.
Yeah.
A lot of Filipinos work at Kaiser.
Yeah.
A lot of nurses in the Filipino
All
community.
my
for
family
sure.
is in the
Yeah.
medical
A
field.
lot of my family too. Same with me.
Same.
All in the medical
Mhm.
field. But we went against the grain and started our businesses and
Yep.
tried our luck at entrepreneurship, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And of course, Kim is here as well. Kim, tell us about yourself, man. I know the viewers first time seeing you now.
Yeah. So I started as a customer for an easy photo booth time, and but before that, my wife, I was a photographer,
Right.
and my wife was like, this trend in the Philippines, they have like photo booth, and I was like, okay, so let's start do a research and stuff, and December of 2012 or 2000 sorry 2013, she went to the Philippines and she bought those skeleton like tripods
Oh,
photo
nice.
booth,
Right.
Yeah.
and then we started from that, from friends, recommendation, free stuff, so that we can have our own portfolio. And then my wife found the an expo, and then I met Ray there.
Nice.
For
The
first
photo booth
time.
expo, right?
Yes,
Nice.
and
Okay.
that was the first T11 that we got from you, and I actually the money that I got from that first booth from Ray, I borrowed it from my boss. Like
Wow.
I borrowed $1,000 before the expo. I was like, "Hey, can I borrow like $1,000, for the business?"
Where were you working before?
Dreamland Jewelry. Shout out to Dreamland Jewelry, David and
Oh, a jewelry shop.
yeah,
Nice.
jewelry, online jewelry.
Okay.
So the dad and the son, they were like kind of mentor until now, and they borrowed me $1,000 to get
the
that
first photo booth.
photo booth.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then later on, of course, if the viewers didn't know, you started Boothify, right?
Yes, we started
Nice.
Bootify, and you started like reselling. I think our
Photo
base, products, and then eventually we designed our own photo booth.
Right. That's
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
And if you guys didn't know, Mark here himself started Fire Booth as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Tell us about that. How that started.
Well, I was doing events, and basically, events is a lot of work. I said, hey, let me take a shot of selling these, because I was ready to upgrade my booth. So I said, hey, let me contact Ray, see what he has new for sale. And I walked in his office. I was like, oh man, look at these aluminum ones. These are cool.
Yeah.
I'm used to the ones that are made out of wood.
The wood,
Huge,
yeah.
stackable.
Right? Yeah, so I was like, it's time to upgrade for sure. And then we started talking. He's like, hey, why do you start selling these things?
Right.
And I said, okay, let me take a shot of it. I have no previous experience in like e-commerce or anything like that. So,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty good making websites and marketing online. So I did it, and it took off. After that, I was able to rank in Google #1 for still on the first page till then. Now more of my focus is on RevoSpin and the other things that we're doing with this.
Right. So collectively, for the viewers out there, again, we all had our own businesses back then, all within the photo booth and DJ industry. And then collectively, we came together in a meeting one time, and we started RevoSpin. So thank you guys all for the support that you guys
Yes.
given us.
Yep.
So that was a quick history lesson on us. We are the owners of RevoSpin, and we wanted to do this special episode for you guys, so you guys know the face behind the company you guys are supporting, and we appreciate it very much. And on to today's more important topic. It's going to be marketing. Man, our guy Mark here is our guru when it comes to marketing. So, if you're in the industry now, renting your photo booths, this guy did it from scratch, marketing himself, like he said, getting himself on first page of Google. So, any advice you can give to people that are just starting?
Yes. So basically, in Vegas, I'm in charge of marketing, and also I do all the sales training too, and all the basically the technology with the apps, and all the other apps that we're doing. Just to give you a brief history of what I'm doing, but as far as marketing, I always tell my clients whenever I talk to them over the phone that the best advice I give you is have a great website. Number one, you know what I mean? You can print 1,000 flyers and you can only pass those to 1,000 people, right?
Right.
So I'm saying having a website and one that converts and it's made properly with all the call to action buttons on there and how all the wording, that search engine optimized, you can do a lot with that. And that's how I got started, because I always tell my clients, I said, hey, I can have any booth, the shittiest booth in the world, but I know I can sell or I can rent out anything with my website because I know how to market it. And
Speaking of website, where do you think, like, a lot of people that are watching us now may not even know how to make a website or where to go?
yes.
Is there a particular
Yeah,
one
how
that
do
you
you
would recommend?
Or how do you start about that?
Yes. So we have partnered up with party vendor websites, and there you can have all the content already pre-made for you.
Wow.
And that takes a lot of effort, you know, and especially when you're just starting. Like, think about it. Like, I'm going to do all these events and gather all this content. By the time you get all this content ready to put on your website, you're like 2 to 3 months into the business already.
Yeah.
And you still don't have a website.
Yes,
Why not just go and get it for free if you're a RevoSpin customer from party vendor websites, right? We have all the videos, we have all the pictures, we have all the content for you. All you have to do is really just connect it to a booking engine and then start promoting it. You
And
know
it's
what I mean?
free.
And it's free. They build it for you for free. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, we provide that with all of our customers. If you're a RevoSpin customer, we partnered up with a great company, Party Vendor Websites. So what they do is, in turn, allow our customers to pick from different style websites where they can just put their info in, right? Put in their what they want to charge, where they are in the area, put their contact info, of course. So at least that gets you guys started with the website.
So my cousin, I just got him started with the RevoSpin 360. He doesn't have a website yet, so I can tell him that it's free. Like,
It's free, yeah. So they have tons of samples. You can look on the samples page, and you can just scroll through all the samples that you want, and you can literally just, you know, take one and tell them, like, hey, this is the one I want. I just need, you know, my logo. And you can get your logo on Fiverr if you want, you know, for $5.
Does he have to buy the domain, or
Yes.
does he
So
does?
you have to get the domain, and then what happens after that, then we connect it to the server where your website's already made.
No.
So once that's done, then you have your website ready. After that, you get 1 month hosting is free. If anybody doesn't know about hosting is a monthly charge, which is they charge us $50, right? That's paid to party vendor websites. That's to keep your website active, because every website in the world needs to have power and a computer and somebody maintaining that server, right? So that's where the $50 is getting paid to. A lot of people get confused. Well, I thought this website was totally free. No, it's not.
Right.
You gotta power this website. You know, like,
Right.
it's not just gonna appear from thin air.
So
You know
they'll
what I mean?
build it. That's what you're
They'll
saying.
build
is
it,
They'll
yeah.
build it. They'll design it.
Yeah,
They'll do all the hard work.
all the hard work, because just to get all that content together is so valuable, in my opinion, just to get started. Otherwise, you know, you're waiting 2 to 3 months to get your own stuff together, which is like a long time. By that, you're probably like unmotivated to do anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And then what's next? I mean, does my cousin does his SEO and all that stuff?
yes. So a lot of people think, you know, like, oh, I got a website now, I'm not getting any leads. Well, yeah, you're not going to get any leads because
You're not getting any hits.
you're not getting hits because you're not promoting it. People
Right.
People forget, you know, well, you're not going to do the advertising for you. You guys have to learn how to do it yourself,
Or right, right.
right? So it's, you know, even though we build your website, there's other steps that you need to do. Like, as far as once you get your website, you know, it takes Google a couple weeks just to index your website, which means it's going to appear on the search engines, right? So after that, then you want to start building backlinks, right?
Right.
So for RevoSpin, we concentrate on national and worldwide search engine optimization, where we can rank our website to #1 page of Google, right?
Mm-hmm.
For a rental business, you want to focus on local SEO or search engine optimization.
Yeah, reachable.
Yes, in your local market. So just think about it. You know, I see a lot of people on our community groups and Facebook groups, and they're like posting these flyers and, you know, the groups. I'm like, bro, that's not going to get you hits, man. Like the right targeted customer. Because if I was a customer, you always have to empathize. Like, what would the customer think? Are they going to go on Facebook and type in rent a photo booth 360 or 360 photo booth? No, they're not going to go on Facebook for that. They're going to go to Google.
Right.
So you need to learn the Google platform as much as possible. You know what I mean? So what I would do if I was a consumer, I would type in 360 photo booth rental, and that would be a keyword, right? That's the keyword you want to focus on Google. So what happens when you type that in Google, right? So you get the search results.
All right.
Right? So you see the first couple three, it's going to be ad, which you should be on top of there, right?
Yeah.
You go on Google AdWords, and then you make a campaign,
Right.
right? And then Google AdWords is so easy. It just tells you everything that you need to know to put on your ad. So you just go click, and the next thing you know, set your budget. Well, what's a good budget? Well, if you're first starting off, Google gives you $100 for free. So you can start off with a $25 budget, right? It takes money to make money. So
The Google, like, to me, and I'm pretty sure I speak for my cousin as well because he's new to this, can be really confusing. Is there an area, like, would you recommend where this can be learned, like an expo or anything like that, or maybe a conference that I can go or he can go to learn more about it if I wanted him to learn that?
Oh yeah. So we have we're sponsoring an event called Event Industry Expo, and Party Vendor website's going to be there. We have also some other marketing gurus that are going to be there that concentrate on local SEO and marketing stuff like that for your business. So you can learn about all that stuff. And I'm thinking about doing some lives or recording some YouTube videos and teach you guys more about marketing so you can expand your business.
That's big.
Yeah, it's huge because, 85% of people, I don't want to tell you this, but a lot of you guys fail because you forget about the marketing part.
Yeah.
And the website part. That's the probably most important factor in this business.
Well,
we're trying to change that number.
They don't teach that at school.
They don't teach that at school.
They don't have teachers they don't have teachers in any universities that's gonna teach you how to really market in Google, how to create an advertising on Facebook.
Yeah.
I think it's really important that they know a platform or a place where they can go and learn. It's so much more valuable than going to a college and trying to learn something that they don't teach. A lot of the times people think they can learn this all on their own, but it's not. I've been there. I've been to a point where I tried learning it myself, and it's not that simple. So having to know that there is a place like what is it, EIX?
Yeah, Event Industry Expo.
Event Industry Expo, right.
In June 2023.
June next year. We mentioned it before. June 5, 6, 7. We're going to be, hosting that as well with a lot of our partners. And, of course, we've invited a lot of vendors and a lot of attendees to come in. So if you guys are looking for a place to learn the marketing side or add new product and arsenal to your guys' business, that's the place to go, all right? Next year, everybody in the event space will be there. So we promise it's going to be a good show, good turnout.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if there's a classroom in there for just,
the marketing
part. Yeah. People
That'd be
need
cool.
to know this.
Yeah.
No, when you think about it, right? They sign up, and they get out. What they get out of it is tenfold. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, it's an eye opening. Like even for me, if I was in that shoes, I would think it's worth it. It'd be worth it because it's a breakdown of step by step of how you're supposed to do it and do it right. And if it's coming from somebody who's built a $27 million company, that's huge, because I wouldn't want to follow somebody who's telling me this is how to do the SEO in Google and such and such and such, and is only doing $700,000 or $800,000 a year in sales. To me, it's like listening to it's like getting a medical advice from a mechanic. You know what I mean?
Right,
they
right.
don't really know what
Right.
they're talking about. They're just
Right.
they're just blowing smoke up your butt.
Yeah, I agree.
So for me, it's like, all right, you have your credentials, you built a business from ground up. I want to know what you know, and for somebody to say, yeah, I'll teach you what I know if you take the time to learn. Come to this show, and you'll get solid gold out of it.
Right.
I'd go.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, there's a lot to learn there for sure.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of knowledge you guys can take in there. So it's something we're all looking forward to. It's going to be really exciting to be there. So you guys should look forward to that as well. We promise more content about it. So we'll put the website down in the content down below in the description, and check out their website. It's eventindustryexpo.com. Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm so sorry, man. I just realized I interrupted you and went all the way to this topic.
no
It's
worries.
okay.
I interrupted you at the website topic.
Yes. So we were talking about
The importance of a website first.
website, and then we are at the search results. So 360
SEO.
photo booth rental, right? You'll see the ads first on Google, right? What's next after that? Then you have organic page results,
Mm-hmm.
which can be like the top results in your city, right? So there's a strategy how to get to that placement too. So you can be on all three. There's three actually placements on here. There's ads, there's organic search results, and then there's also called the map pack. Map pack 3. Google shows you 3 top rentals that are going to be in your area. You want to be on all 3 of those, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to be in front of the customer's eyes like constantly, right?
Yeah.
So you want to be on all 3 pages. Or all
Because they
3
don't really go
links.
to second page or third page.
They
or-
don't. Like a lot of people, they just
Like-
look at the first page and it'll be
Right.
like, pick one. They'll never go to
Yeah.
the second page. So if you're on the first page, you're not making money.
Yeah,
That's the honest
that's
truth,
true.
right?
I mean that's true. I mean, every time you search something on Google, myself at least, I never pick
Yeah,
the second
any-
page.
Yeah,
never
the second
me
page.
too,
Right.
Yeah, right. So
being on the first page is important.
we'll touch on the SEO subject a little bit.
Okay.
Like, so if to get to the first result, you have to do some work, right? You have to optimize your website. Although the way to do that is you have to have content on your website, really good content. And I'm talking about keywords that are going to match the people that are typing in Google, like 360 photo booth rental. Has to be worded in the and positioned several times on the website, especially the front page. You should have a services page where it describes all of this, and the content is the key, right? Because what's Google? It's like an AI, right? The computer.
Yeah.
It reads words. It doesn't like look at your website and just say, "Hey, beautiful website. I'm going to rank this to the top." No, there's like words, right? It reads words and numbers. That's what a computer does. So even all your pictures, they have to have metadata behind it. You have to put keywords on your description of your pictures. Everything has to be very, very organized and well written, and metadata everywhere. In the back of the pictures. What does this picture mean? Google's not going to look at it if there's no description on the picture
Yeah.
and the title of it in the back, which people don't even see.
Yeah.
How does Google know to even rank that picture, right? Because somebody might go to the images on Google and see your pictures on the front page if it was tagged right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like,
why. That's why when you save a picture,
Right.
you have to put the name.
especially when you're uploading it to the website, you
Yeah.
have to have the metadata behind it.
Yeah.
Because I see a lot of people tagging. You have time to do this on Instagram, put all this descriptions on your picture, but you don't have time to do that on your website. That's a big problem. This is your business, right?
Right.
So you should do that.
That's
Like
true.
every single picture, every
like
single
that.
video should
Yeah.
have metadata behind it, because all that data is going to help you rank on your search engine results, right? So another step is after you SEO your website, search engine optimize it, then you should start creating backlinks. A lot of people don't know, like, what the hell is a backlink? A backlink is basically a vote, right? So if your website was linked to another website, which is like a domain authority, it's like a rank factor, right? Domain authority of like 80. If your website's linked to that website right here, your website's going to get boosted because it's like, hey, I got a vote from a DA80 website, right?
Like a backlink.
Like a backlink. So if you get more of those, guess what? In time, because this stuff takes time, like 3, 4, 6 months, depending how often you're going to do it, your website starts to rank to number 1.
No.
This is $100,000 information, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen.
Right.
This is
So-
straight
Super rare.
gold
Yeah.
knowledge.
It's- But see, you guys, I told you, but I didn't tell you the entire process because that alone, it takes a
It's
long
gonna
time to
take
do. Like,
time, yeah.
how do you create a backlink? How do you get
No,
a
but-
DA80 website backlink? How do you do that?
Well, I think as
the-
long as we outline
Yeah.
the importance of the basics,
Yes.
right? In turn, hopefully you guys do your guys' own due diligence, do your guys' research. You'll be able to find the answers, right?
Well-
Whatever Mark's touching on, right, is like the basics that you guys can learn, and it's out there.
I'm betting my left nut. 80%
Left
of our
nut?
viewers. My left nut. Okay, not the right one, because the right one is really important. I'm betting my left nut. 80% of the viewers doesn't know anything about the meta tag on the
They
pictures.
don't, yeah.
They don't.
They don't.
Because
They
I
just-
don't know about it.
They just say like, "Hey, I got my website. I don't have leads." Like, that's all I hear
Right.
about like all day.
That
I'm
is
like, okay,
gold.
and I'm thinking in my head that, well, did you do the work?
Yeah.
No.
No, when you think about
Like,
it,
they don't know.
pictures-
They don't know.
When you think about it, you're right. Google does not read pictures; it
Yeah.
reads words,
Right.
and so does Pinterest.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of those like Pinterest, it operates on pictures.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, it's that what you said, the meta tag.
Right.
Yeah.
So going back to Google search results, so there's another thing called the maps, right? So Google has this thing, like all businesses that have an address, right? Even if you're doing this at home, when you're starting at home, you can put your home address on there. Or if you set up an LLC, then you use the LLC address. You can put that on there if it allows you, because sometimes Google doesn't allow you to do that. But you can rank on that map.
Mm-hmm.
And if you rank to the top, that's a lot of organic traffic, free
Yeah.
traffic.
Free traffic.
Or organic search results is free traffic. The only one you have to pay for is the ads.
Mhm.
So if you capitalize on these two right here, which are free, and then pay for the ads, guess what? Your phone is going to start ringing. If only if your website is good for conversions. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like if I land on a shitty website that doesn't make sense and there's no buttons to go and
Right.
press, guess what?
It's a waste.
It's
a
a
waste.
waste. It's a waste of
It
sending
has to
leads
be
there.
the first impression, you know.
It's
Yeah.
the first impression is everything. It's all about, how can I impress the customer
Mhm.
first time they land on my website? Is
Yeah.
it most of your customers are going to be on your phone? Is it mobile ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, party vendor websites builds you a mobile ready website. Literally, you're getting two websites in one because you have a desktop version and also you have a mobile version and a tablet version. So you literally get three websites. A lot of people don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do three different versions of the same website. You know what I mean? Because it looks different in every form.
Yeah.
70% of the customers will use mobile.
Yes,
Yeah,
mo-
for
they're-
sure.
and then if it's not mobile ready, they're going to be like they're going to bounce off your site. So what is all this marketing going to be for, right? So you have to think the whole picture when you're sending leads to your website. You know what I mean? Like, can they book from your website?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always have to ask for that question. Is it going to be easy for them to book it? Like sometimes I wake up and I already have a booking. Why? Because my website converts. You know what I mean? I even have videos on some of my landing pages where, they click next and you have a video presentation. They click next and they're ready to put their event information here. Then I get the lead. Boom. What does that do? It takes them to my packages. Are they ready to book? Yes. Boom. Then they book it straight from the website. I wake up with money in my account.
Wow.
Won't you guys
There
like
you
that?
go.
Right.
What is it again?
That's-
Photo vendor
Party vendor website.
Party
Party
vendor
vendor
website.
party
Yeah.
party vendor website.
Yeah.
Dot com?
Party
Yeah.
vendor websites.com.
Right.
I'll put the website down in the description too, so you guys
Yeah.
can all check
And-
that out.
That's important.
Yes.
Right. And another amazing app that we're building, a website app, is called Bookmazing.
Right.
Basically, it's a booking engine that you can link to your website. So it's like
Oh,
you
yeah.
click on book now, then it shows you all these packages, and you can actually send a contract from this app that we're building, right? So that's going to be launched within a week or two. And then you can, send a contract. They can sign it PDF on their phone, and then there's a DocuSign, and then it sends it back, and then you can keep track of all your events on the calendar and all your leads on there. It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
It's
That's why it's amazing.
Bookmazing.
Can it be implemented in the website?
Yes.
Yes.
It's
And
going to
who-
be a link on like a book now button, and then they can go straight to your packages.
And the guys, whoever is building the website from is it party vendor
websites.
website? Are they the one who's going to be integrating it?
Yes.
Because I don't know
They'll integrate it
know
for you. So we
how to
recommend
do that.
getting Bookmazing, which is $24.99 a month, or you can pay the yearly, and then we can integrate that to your website. So now you have a full booking engine. Because I see a lot of people like, oh, go to my contact page and then Cash App me. That's not professional. You
Yeah.
have to have a contract, man. Like,
Right.
there's like because something happens at your event, who's going to be responsible? This, and that.
And,
like,
contract is so hard to get somebody to sign because, like I know a couple of people that are related to me that's doing photo booth, and I always tell them you gotta get your customers to sign a contract,
Yeah.
and they're always weary. They're shy. They're like,
Mhm.
oh, I don't know what they're gonna think about my contract. There's this and that.
Um,
So what you're saying with Bookmazing is it automatically sends it to them.
Right. Yeah. So we have a template of a contract that you guys can use for the Bookmazing app, and you just implement that on there. That's a contract that we've been using. It's actually reviewed by an attorney. So, but different laws apply to different states. So make sure you get it checked, right? But we let you have that for like a template. Put that on your Bookmazing website. booking platform, and then your customers can look over it and they can sign it DocuSign.
So the
That's cool.
contract is actually included with Bookmazing.
Yeah, we can just include it with them. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gold.
That makes
Yeah.
it convenient.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Well, Mark was saying is like, you know, if you're going to get the lead, you're going to send them to your website. It's better that you find a way to book them right then and there instead of
Yes.
having them to contact you, going back and forth with the client. I mean, you got to have an optimized website that allows you to book, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Show your date availability, show your packages and costs. So all in one, your website should be able to do that. Like if you're going to send a customer or a lead there, you gotta have to you're gonna capture it, because or else why else have that website, and you're gonna have to work harder for it. This
That's
way,
true.
you're working it's not so hard to get that lead. It's not that hard to capture that the money, right? That's what's important, right? Getting the money from the clients, getting a contract signed, and getting you busy throughout the year.
So
Yeah.
let me get this straight. So if I was the customer and I bought the 360, which means I have the tools to make money, I can get a free website,
Right.
which is, probably going to be SEO'd, and then,
Well, you have to do the SEO yourself. I mean, we'll put all the content there. You have to get it ready.
Right.
We'll put some content out there how to do that stuff. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people just don't know how to do it off the bat.
Can I pay somebody in Fiverr to do the SEO?
You can, yeah.
Yeah.
Or we can set up some kind of service later down the line. Maybe we can help with that.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool to
It-
offer.
It'd be good if, like, as a consumer, I can learn this whole stuff, because I think it's essential for me to learn it if I'm running my operation.
Yeah.
So, and then I can get the Bookmazing, so I don't have to really take the calls.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah, you should always have a phone number there still, and always pick it up within the first 2 rings, because after that, guess what? Your customer's going to the next guy down the list. You know what I mean? So since I train for all the salespeople here at RevoSpin, I always tell them, lead the call should be less than a minute. As soon as that phone rings, you better be answering the phone,
Mhm.
right? Because after that, boom, customer's gone.
You never know if that's that one big customer you're waiting for.
You
Yeah.
got to keep that customer retention live. Like you got to, once they call, pick it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get that, answer their questions, keep them interested, and
Keep
keep
them
it-
interested.
yeah,
There's a way
exactly.
to book customers. I used to book 10 to 15 events a day,
Wow.
right? When it was
Wow.
peak season, or sometimes even 20. And I used to answer all the calls. And there's a way to talk to these customers to get them to book now, right? So that we'll be covering in another episode. But I have a technique that I use that, to light a fire under their ass, so they always book with me. I don't want
Nice.
them running to competitors.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
You
That's
can't, you can't afford for them to go to another
Right.
competitor. The job is to make sure that you get the business.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's why you're an entrepreneur. You
Yep.
know, that's solid, man. These are solid information, and I'm glad that there's a show,
Yeah.
an expo, where all of this can be explained in detailed.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, that's
EIX,
really cool.
place to be for sure. We're gonna have, all this info is gonna be there. From all the guests that we're gonna have there, especially the speakers that we're gonna have there. We're lucky to have a few speakers, so there's gonna be a lot to learn at that expo.
Right.
So
Yeah.
aside from Google, you touch base on most of the basics of Google. If you're already in the business, you're renting, you're doing the SEO. Let's say you got that already and it's working for you already. But let's say you're a go-getter. You got 4 or 5 photo booths now, three 360 booths, and you want more. What other platforms can these viewers go to and market themselves?
Well, you can always put a pixel on your website, a Facebook pixel, right?
Right.
What's a
which
Facebook pixel?
It's basically a tracker, right? So
Tracker.
it tracks like any information that goes to your website, but a Facebook pixel will follow you everywhere. You know what I mean? It tracks your information. Facebook has a lot of information that you guys don't know about, which us marketers know about. You know what I mean? So it's tracking your every move, what websites you visit, anything, music you listen to, whatever. Facebook pixel is everywhere, tracking you every second of your day.
Wow.
Right? So if you're on your phone, it's tracking you. Say if you land on your website, and then you can actually use this pixel to retarget them back on Facebook. Is if they visit Facebook or any ad platform they're advertising on, guess what? They're going to see your message again. What will your message be again? Like, hey, if they didn't book on your website, you can say another message on Facebook. It's like, did you forget something on your card? Like, what come talk to us, or you can say call us if you have any questions or something like that. It's a continued conversation, but on a different platform.
Yeah.
Imagine if your customer goes on Facebook, like, hey, this 360 photo with websites following me. How is it doing that? Well, that's because of the pixel,
And
right?
I've seen that happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wonder how it's happening, and that's how it's happening, right? You're sending another message, and you can send different messages depending on what your conversions are your conversions targeting are, right? So you can say different messages to them, continuing the conversation online, without being so intrusive. So it's like, oh, it just shows up on your feed. Like, I just visited his website, but it's back again, and it's following me the next day and the next day. Because you know what? It takes 9 to 12 points of contact to even make a sale.
Yeah.
You got to be in front of their face 9 to 12 times before they even recognize you as a brand, right?
That's how you build a brand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to be out there constantly. Boom, boom, boom.
It's
If you do
consistency.
that, then you go in a circle. You go in the circle, and guess what? People are gonna start recognizing your brand locally, and that's what you want, right? That's how you build a brand. And after you start booking a bunch of events, I always tell my customers, I said, the secret is to get as many reviews as you can, 5-star reviews. That's the secret. Part of the secret, right? Because once you get all those 5-star reviews on Google reviews and on Yelp, and you have the most out of your whole entire city, people are going to start referring you left and right, and you rely less on the marketing,
Hey,
right?
I found this photo booth. They're 5 stars.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you go Wedding Wire, get 5 stars. Most important, like, it's probably Yelp and Google reviews, right?
Uh-huh.
So get as many 5-star reviews as you can, and after that, guess what? You can put that on your website too, because people want to know what their experience is with your company,
Right.
and that is social proof, right? Because you need social proof. What's social proof? It's the videos that we provide, part of vendor websites provide you, the pictures, and then also the reviews, right?
Speaking
People
of
just building trust.
speaking of reviews, how do you feel about Yelp?
Yelp is good, but when they call me and try to ask me for advertising money, I say no, because
Why?
they like to filter reviews, and I'm like, hey, I worked hard in that review. Why'd you filter it? Your stupid algorithm, I hate it. So I was like, you're not getting my money, because unfilter that, then I'll probably think about it, right? So they have
Oh.
this stupid algorithm that they just filter good reviews out for some reason. So
Why? Why would they do that?
I don't know. I just know
That's whack.
it's their algorithm, yeah.
Why can't they
Yeah.
do that on bad reviews?
Sometimes they do.
Filter
So,
out the bad ones, right?
they have some certain criteria in their algorithm that it just filters the reviews out, and it just show you all of them. You can see them all if you click on this really gray button. Then it's like, oh, you see more of the reviews, but a lot of people are not going to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yelp is good. I've heard people have good outcome from using Yelp advertising. It all depends. You have to keep testing different ways of marketing. And find what works for you. You know, some people use Gigmaster or Thumbtack or stuff like that, but I tested them all. And you know, I'm number one. Google is probably the best platform to
Yeah.
do it.
So you'd say Google is for you.
Google is for me number one, because
What's number two?
You got to think of where all the customers are coming from, right? It's going to be Google. Number two, you can retarget them on Facebook, and then getting the reviews on Yelp and also Google reviews.
So Google and then Facebook Pixel.
Yeah.
That's number two.
Yeah. Well, Google has 3. So it's the advertising, number 1, AdWords, and then you have the organic search results, and then you also have the map results. So Google is 3 in 1.
Wow.
Wow.
3 in 1. It's
I
so
didn't even know that.
powerful. It's so
Yeah, me
powerful.
too.
Yeah. You got to concentrate on Google, because that's, if I'm a customer, I don't go on Facebook to look for photo booth rentals. I probably go to either Google or Yelp, right?
Well, if I'm a customer and I'm having a party, you're right. If I don't have a bridal expo to go or a wedding expo that I know of, that's the first thing I'll do is go to Google and search
Right.
for it. Which brings me to the next topic. How do you feel about trade shows and expos? Bridal expo,
Yeah.
wedding expo. Is that effective?
That's very effective. Like for when I do those events, I don't post prices on my website just for the public to see. Reason why is because if I attend a wedding expo or a quinceañera expo, I don't want people to see those prices right away, because I can charge more at those expos, because people are willing to pay more at those types of events. Like, you can go there and book a 4-hour event for like $2,000,
Yeah.
right? And why it would do you a disfavor to post your $1,000 rental for 4 hours on your website when people are booking at this event for $2,000 or $2,500, right? Why would I do that? So I keep it hidden. I keep the prices hidden. I only show it to people that really want it. But I know I can book them for like $2,500 for a day, right?
Well, they'll pay for the experience.
Yeah, they pay for the experience. So and then they're talking to a live person. They get to meet me in person, and I could just tell them about the whole thing that they're gonna get. And sometimes I include extra stuff like scrapbook or whatever, right? So I know I can get more money from those events. So I definitely think people should concentrate on those and have those on your lineup throughout the calendar year. Find different expos in your city and attend those, because there's a lot of bookings that can come from there, and a lot of repeat events and referrals and all that. It's a really good in-person marketing for sure.
Wow.
How do you feel about? Oh, I know number one is Google for you. You're like, yeah, the Google guy. Okay.
Google, you can reach thousands of people, thousands in your city, like populations of LA and Orange County, and in the Empire over here is millions. Millions, and you're reaching millions literally every day.
I think we all know that Mark loves Google.
I love Google. Right?
Shout out Google. They know
Shout
what
out
they're
to
doing.
Google.
I've been messing the internet since the AOL days. When you connected, like, that shit right there.
Oh, man,
and
the dial-up.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I've been building websites since those days.
Damn, that
so
goes a
that-
long time.
That's what's up,
I love the internet, man. I love the way
It's
'cause
powerful tool.
It makes you a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
it shows. I mean, we're walking examples of that.
Right.
I mean, we've done well in our business.
Right.
I'm pretty comfortable where we are at, and I believe that it's time we expose what we've done right, our success.
We share.
Right.
It's time to share. It's time to give the blueprint, because I believe that we found something that a lot of people don't know. It's funny because a lot of people don't realize the
Right.
size of a company we are. They don't realize how much we've done for the industry.
Right.
And I do believe that we're at that point now where, all right, we'll tell you the secret.
Right.
We'll give you the recipe that we use to sell you the products.
Right.
How we
Yeah.
found you, guess what? When you're out there surfing the web and you're seeing RevoSpin, that's us doing what we were doing in the marketing. And if you want to know how to do that, well, you've come to the right place. You are talking to the right people.
Yep.
You're going to get the right advice from the right people who's done it. And you, as a customer of ours, are proven examples of what we've done, because there's a reason why we're able to capitalize and reach you guys. It's because of that. So now it is our turn to tell you how we did it, detailed step by step, so that you can use that tools. And I'm telling you, this is $1 million worth of tools.
Yes.
If it worked for us, there's no reason why it wouldn't work for you. First month, I can guarantee you'll bank it. You know what I mean? You'll start to see results.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, a lot of our customers, and that's all I wish for, is that they have a lot of success in their business, and they continue booking events, and we'll give them the advice they need, because I don't want anybody to go in this business and quit. That's like the worst thing I see. Like, I gotta sell my booth, and I'm gonna post it all over Facebook.
Yeah.
No, that's not our goal at all.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
dumb, man. Like, you started this business, and I want you to focus on it.
we want you to grow.
and
Yeah,
grow
grow.
with us,
Yeah.
man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
do it for your family.
Do it with your family. There always has to be a why. I always tell my customers,
Right.
and everybody, there has to be a why you're doing things. Some kind of motivation.
Yeah.
Like, I do this for my family. I do this for my kids, and that's
Yeah.
what drives me every day. Every day I wake up and I start with zero all the time, and I say, hey, how can I get to whatever I want to be through the day? But I always start with nothing. I always tell myself, I'm like, I don't have shit, And then I was like, I gotta hustle every day. Doesn't matter.
You got to start with a positive mindset. You know
Right.
what I mean? And it's like the minute you start with a positive mindset in that morning, that's gonna dictate your entire day.
Exactly. I totally believe that,
Yeah.
because it's just mindset number one, because and you always have to keep, if you're in this business, man, like, you always have to think about the business 24/7. Like, I go to sleep thinking about the business. I'm working till like 3-4 a.m. thinking about the business on my laptop. A lot of competitors out there, and they're gonna hate me because I don't go to sleep, guys. I sleep with toothpicks in my eyes.
Like this.
Like, yeah,
I'd be chatting.
I got you on marketing right now. I don't even sleep, guys.
I'd be chatting with Mark at around 2 to 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, man, this guy just don't sleep. I
Yeah.
have my reasons why I'm not sleep.
Because
but
money
he's-
doesn't sleep, and Mark doesn't either.
Yeah,
That's why you gotta keep your A game going as when
Yeah.
it comes to marketing.
I want you guys to. You don't have to lose sleep over it, but focus on your business. I'm all about mindset. How bad you want it?
Yeah.
Right.
What's your why?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're-
that's true.
What we're willing to give is the shortcuts. What we're willing
Right.
to give is basically there's a saying. You wanna learn the pattern. You wanna learn the how they did it, but leave out all of the hard stuff. The bad stuff
The
that
mistakes,
all the mistakes that we've
the
done.
errors,
We'll cut through that, and take it as for example, take it like as a school. We're not going to give you the ESL classes. We're not going to give you the basic 101 English if you don't really need it. What we're going to go through is basically what you need to take your business from point A to point B to point B to point C. If you're
Yeah.
making if you're making $5,000 a month now with the kind of tools we can give you, you should be able to make $10,000 a
Mhm.
month.
Double it.
Double it. At the very least. How do you feel about, like, for me? You said yours is Google. You said second would be Facebook. For me, I'm not you. You know what I mean? You're a special kind of breed. I'm an average guy who does his research. A lot of the business that I'll gravitate to would be word of mouth. I'm very good with relationship. I'm very good with passing out business cards and building relationship. So that's where I come in first, and then learn the Google, because man, when I hear Google, the first thing that runs into my mind is the amount of work that I have to do and learn. So I'm glad you're offering that class,
Yeah.
because by you doing that, you give me a simple peace of mind saying, all right, well, now I got a teacher, because I can't find this teacher anywhere.
Mhm.
Right.
They're not on YouTube, and if they are, they're saying all these contradicting things, that
Mhm.
doesn't
Yeah.
work. And God knows they're probably broke, grabbing all this information from a different YouTube, so
And I think what I'll do is I'll make a playlist on our YouTube, and I'll just walk you guys through what I'm doing
That'd be
online
cool.
and show some, like real life scenarios of what I'm doing, so you guys can follow exactly
that's solid.
how to do it. You know what I mean? So,
Oh wow,
I think
that's something
I'll
our
do that.
viewers can
You know what I
look
mean?
forward
like,
to.
Yeah.
Word of mouth can only get you so far. You'll run out of people. Like a lot of people that get started the business, they tell, oh, I know this person. This, she does party planning and events. I'm like, well, is that person gonna be your only marketing outlet? Like I was thinking about that. I'm like, well, that's not gonna get you very far.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, yeah. And then I start teaching them about the, the ads and
Mhm.
the reviews
Mhm.
and all that, and it all plays a bigger picture.
Wow.
And then you start to understand it.
Yeah, that's something our viewers can look forward to. If,
Yeah.
Mark's going to take some time out of his days
That's
and
huge.
do
That's
a
huge.
playlist for you guys to show you guys the
Yeah.
basics and fundamentals of marketing. That'd be huge, man.
Right.
Look forward to
Yeah.
that, guys. So that'll be on our YouTube. Up
If
shortly.
anything, you guys should comment in and make this guy do some classrooms in
That'd be good.
in
Hey,
the trade show.
Of
'cause
course.
I don't think he wants to, but if there's enough demand out there to give that
Power to the people.
yeah,
Yeah,
power
well,
to the people.
You
Get
know,
this
we'll
guy,
listen to
know.
our customers. Comment down below. Give us any suggestions. What you guys are looking for in the marketing aspect. I'm sure our guy Mark can accommodate you guys. But really quickly on when it comes to Google or any kind of advertising or marketing platforms, budget always comes into play.
Yeah,
Right.
budget.
So if you as a starting as a consumer photo booth renter, 360 renter, DJ, if you had $1,000, how would you split that up into marketing?
I would go to Google AdWords first, and
Right.
do a budget of $25 to $30 a day.
A day.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people do like, oh man, that's a lot of money, but so you got to keep an eyeball on this, right, for like 7 to 10 days. Out of that budget, like, are you gonna book 1, 2, 3, 4 events? Because if you do, then your entire 10-day budget was covered
It's
already by
covered.
one event.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
That's true.
Yeah,
So
right.
what do I do after that? I double down.
Double
Yeah.
down.
Right? It's like, okay, like I booked 2 events out of this, $230, $300 ad spend for 10 days, right? I book 1 event there. I'm doubling down. I'm doing 60 now.
Mhm.
Or
Wow.
I actually probably do 30%, right? Or 20 or 30%. I do that, and then I see if how many bookings I'm going to get for the next 10 days, right? Then if I
Yeah.
get more, increase it again. Increase it again.
Sprinkle
right?
more, sprinkle more.
Right? Until you say like, okay, I'm keeping track of this, and that's how you start to scale. and that's how you start to get more booths, right? And it's like, oh, okay, I'm double, triple booked now. I got to get more equipment,
Wow.
right? And then at the same time, that's the short-term game, where you got to get in front of customers right away. That's Google AdWords. And then in the long-term game, you're improving your SEO for the organic search results and the map pack results, right?
Yeah.
So you're doing that at the same time. So once you start doing all those things simultaneously, and then start collecting reviews, guess what? You're gonna start getting a shitload of fucking events,
Yeah.
right?
That's true.
And it's just gonna pouring down on you. You guys are,
Starting making calls.
your calls. You can start getting a lot of calls. Yeah, you guys are gonna enjoy it, and life will be good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I believe in that. Knowledge is power.
yeah.
We're trying to spit the game and knowledge to you guys. So hopefully you guys are getting some good value from these podcasts, especially times like this. What's important out there is, one, the product that we provide, and two, how we back it up, right?
Yeah.
We're doing these podcasts to hopefully back up the product that we're selling to you guys. And, with this, some podcast that's, our podcast is lasting about an hour-ish each episode. So hopefully you guys get some value out of it, so we appreciate you guys all tuning in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Definitely.
Yep. I mean, the information that you guys have received on this episode, that is solid. I mean, that's coming straight up from the guy who took RevoSpin from here to there. I mean, obviously we all did what we had to do, but Mark played the main key role into getting us there, and he's giving you guys solid gold. So these are information that you guys are about to get
Yeah.
at what is it again?
Event
Industry Expo. If you guys don't know the website, eventindustryexpo.com.
Right.
The whole goal is to get this guy to do a master's class, and hopefully, there's the demand is there, because if it isn't, then there's no reason for him to do it, But for me, it's like I'd love to see a master's class, and I would love to see everybody at that master's class book easy 100K to 200K a year of income, and kind of monitor that success, because I do believe on what he can do, because I'm a witness firsthand,
Yeah.
From what I've seen. Mark has been my business partner for Portable Mirror Booth. He's been my business partner for RevoSpin, along with John
Versasound,
and Kim and
Top
Versasound.
Lighting.
A lot of businesses that him and I had started. Obviously, not all of them are success, but PMB, Portable Mirror Booth, was very successful. RevoSpin is probably the most successful that we have altogether. But there's a reason why there is success. We all do our part, but for the most part, Mark has taken the initiative to do the hard work, in terms of the marketing and advertising, and he's really our secret weapon, And with that being said, we're gonna launch him on the expo, and if you want that information, that type of success, I can't do shit. You guys have to make this guy do the master's class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comment down below.
Comment down below.
Let them know you want that info. If you guys want to learn more in depth, I think Mark can get that going.
Yeah.
Of course, we'll be there to support him with our team as well. So that's something to look forward to. We're gonna have a bunch of this information at EIX, Event Industry Expo, next year in June.
Yeah. I mean, at the very least, I would love to have fun with you guys at that expo. I would love to network with you guys. I would love to share my experience throughout the industry. I've been in this industry for a long time. I would love to to meet you guys in person, and talk to you guys about what worked for us and what didn't work for us. Hopefully that alone can you can take something real good, solid out of that, from the show.
Yeah.
The relationship alone is solid. I would love to have that kind of relationship with you guys, and I believe my partners would love to have the same
Definitely.
way.
Yeah, definitely.
I believe in networking. I believe in partnership, and knowing each other in that level is a partnership. I don't have to own your business. We can be partners in sense of helping you grow your business.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Very cool. I guess we could wrap it up at there.
Yeah.
I mean, but before we do, I do wanted to mention RevoSpin, the RevoSpin app, 360 app, right?
Yes.
We just released today the Pro and Pro Plus versions. I know
Yeah.
Mark spearheaded that project with our developers at our team in Vegas. Want to give them a small insight on that?
Yeah, so basically, you still have the free version of the app,
Right.
but the Pro has now advanced features, which will include like hundreds of templates. So that solves a lot of problems for you guys out there. You know, I see a lot of people on Facebook. Hey, can you make me a template for $15 to $20? Well, you have hundreds of now templates.
All
You can just
accessible within
access
your
that,
phone
right?
and your
It
computer.
You can brand the app now. You can remove the watermark and also the on the gallery. We also came up with Pro Plus, which includes data collection. There's a lot of
That's important.
That is important.
That's important.
That's huge.
a lot of activations and big events. Sometimes you do a big event. They're asking you like, hey, can I get all the marketing material? I mean, the marketing emails and phone numbers that was
Right.
for this event.
All the
and
contacts.
You can just
All the
export that.
Raw
That's
content.
very
Right.
cool.
The raw content you can get all on export. Export that file, and you'll be able to use that for your own marketing.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Yeah.
So that's something to look forward to, guys. Download it now. Of course, there's a free version, so you can check out some of the features. But we released Pro and Pro Plus today, so hopefully you guys check
And
that out.
There's another one called Revo Share.
Right, that's important,
That's
too.
another
Wow.
app, a companion app that you can put on
Right.
an iPad, and then that would automatically refresh every minute and show new videos from your
That's
phone
pretty cool.
to the Revo Share app, and you can text and email from there. And that's important for line management. It's like you got
Yes.
people stuck over here, but it's like just go over there to the iPad, and now they can share from this station without clogging up the line over here. Right?
Convenience.
Wow. So definitely check that out,
cool.
guys. We want to provide more and more tools for you guys. As much as we, continue to love the support you guys give us, we want to provide the tools too, like with the 360 app. So go ahead and check that out on the iOS and Android platform, RevoSpin 360 app. And we'll wrap it up there. Thank you guys all for joining us
you,
again.
guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
My
you,
name
guys.
is John. This is Ray.
Ray.
That's Kim.
Kim.
This is Mark. We'll catch you guys all in the next episode. We'll go ahead and put all the websites that we mentioned today down in the description. So go ahead and check those out. And any other info or questions, suggestions, comment down below. And if you like the info that you received today, feel free to like and subscribe to the RevoSpin channel. We'd much appreciate it. Thank you all.
Thank
you,
you. We
guys.
appreciate you guys. We love you guys.
Love you.
Thumbs up.